history between these clubs going way back.
We need a big championship drive. That's what we need.
And here we go.
Fasten your seatbelts now.
It comes down to this.
We've never taken it down to the wire like this.
Quick throw, left side. Yes!
Going down the right side.
Green Bay, Wisconsin honors its Packer coaching legends. In 2004, Titletown's most recent coaching hero returned home. 12 years earlier, rookie head coach Mike Holmgren hitched his wagon to a supernova named Brett Favre. The unlikely alliance immediately produced game-winning results.
There's a man. He's wide open. Touchdown. It is caught by the wide open. This thing is supposed to be over with, and the Packers are in position to win.
By Super Bowl 31, the Green Bay Packers were the NFL's best team.
It is going to be a touchdown to Andre Rison. Rison takes it across the goal line.
Look at Brett Favre coming off the field. He is so happy.
Holmgren coached the Packers to consecutive Super Bowls and 3 straight NFC title games before leaving for the Seattle Seahawks.
Mike was my mentor. He had Brett when Brett was young. I was at Seattle with Mike as the offensive coordinator, came to Green Bay. Amon Green was their running back. We got him to come to Green Bay. So there were a lot of different dynamics being played out that day.
By 2001, new head coach Mike Sherman returned the Pack to the playoffs. On a sunny day in Lambeau in 2003, Mike Sherman's team thoroughly outplayed his mentor's Seattle Seahawks.
Favre fakes the handoff to Green, rolls left. Driver there, leaping grab, breaks a tackle, end zone, touchdown!
Seattle rebounded to win 10 games and clinch a wild-card spot in the 2003 playoffs.
Can you believe that? Whoa, what a run by Sean Alexander. Touchdown Seahawks!
Made it look easy, didn't he? Yeah. It was anything but.
Tiger, 200 jet X slant.
Critical to Seahawks' success was the inspired play of quarterback Matt Hasselbeck.
Airing out the left side, caught by Alex Bannister. Touchdown Seahawks!
Fittingly, Hasselbeck had his own history in Green Bay.
For 3 years, I was Brett's backup, and so I only got to even step on the field for pregame warm-ups and then to go hold for extra points and field goals. So just the opportunity to play in what I think is the coolest away stadium, that there was at the time, I was fired up for that.
There would have been no game in Lambeau had the Minnesota Vikings recovered this fumble on the season's final Sunday in Arizona.
McCown steps up.
Instead, the Cardinals got one final chance at an improbable victory.
Touchdown Cardinals! They pull, and the Cardinals win the game!
The Viking defeat, coupled with a Packer win over Denver, earned Mike Sherman's team a home playoff game against Seattle. Among those in attendance that day at Lambeau was Green Bay's brand new adopted son.
This guy's in town. Thanks for all you did for the city of Green Bay.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank y'all for having me in, man. And these fans out here is terrific, man. I feel like one of the Packers out here, man. It's just a great feeling. They embracing me with all this love, and I just like to thank you all.
Nate Poole's a folk hero in Green Bay. He could go back today and get all the beer and brats that he could ever want.
It took more than Poole to get the Packers into the playoffs. Running back Amon Green led the NFC in rushing yards by a wide margin. Despite a broken thumb, Brett Favre threw 32 touchdown passes and had far more postseason experience than his Seattle counterpart.
And there was no doubt in my mind we were going to win that day and go on. It was cold, it was perfect. It was what it was supposed to be. We were not going to be denied.
For the protege, a chance to make his own Packer history. For his mentor, another opportunity to win a Lombardi trophy. Coming up on the NFL's greatest games.
Hasselbeck dropped in, complete. Oh, is it a fumble? Yes, it is. He fumbled the football. It's scooped up by the Packers. Down the right side to the end zone. It's Nick Barnett.
All right, hey, let's go play this game. Let's go win this game. Let's start it out the right way.
Do it.
Attack them. 1, 2, 3.
Attack.
In only their second playoff game in 16 years, the Seattle Seahawks' first possession was polished, poised, and precise.
You know, I really like this start for the Seattle Seahawks from the simple reason you get your quarterback in the game right away and you're aggressive. You feel like you're coming out and attacking the Green Bay Packers, which is really what they feel like they didn't do the first time around.
Great fingertip grab in the right flat by Robinson into Green Bay territory. Another good guy's first down.
Mike Holmgren says, what do we do best? We throw it. Here we go.
More than anything, it was just to try to keep moving the chains, giving us manageable third down situations.
That's an area where they really do a great job. Lead the league converting on third downs.
Sean Alexander offered a change of pace.
Toss to Alexander. Sean Alexander with a great cutback. Alexander down to the 9.
And if you have wide receivers that can block, both receivers seal that thing off. And Sean Alexander, I think, is really the key to this football game today. He fumbled on the third play of the game the last time, seemed to take all the steam out of this team. And today you can just see he's much more emotional, much more ready to play.
In the red zone, the Seahawks went for 6.
Hasselbeck 5-step drop, throwing to the right side for Morris, caught in the corner of the end zone. He was out of bounds. He did not get both feet in before he stepped beyond the end line. An incomplete pass.
Hasselbeck put it on the money, but the receiver could not stay in play with it.
McKenzie ought to look up to the football gods and say thank you, because he was beaten cold on that play.
Josh Brown will attempt a 30-yard field goal right down the barrel. It is good, and so with 7:01 remaining in the first quarter, the Seahawks are on the board first.
All right. Let's get him settled down. Let's go, man. Let's go.
The game's next 4 possessions, 2 by each team, produced just 3 first downs and 0 points.
And the pass is dropped by Antonio Freeman.
Green Bay's potent ground game was getting stuffed by great run fits, such as this one on a lead play by linebacker Anthony Simmons and safety Damian Robinson.
Green right into the middle of the pile, and Damian Robinson just flew into the hole.
Hey, one thing, in the run game now, they're playing a lot of quarters. We got to dig those guys out, right? You got to cut your split down, cut it down. That safety's coming down hard. Go.
They were going to stop the run. They were going to stop Amon Green. He was the second leading rusher in the National Football League that season, and they were going to try to shut him down. So they really overcommitted that way.
Packer guard Mike Wall's broken hand also seemed to be affecting Green Bay at the point of attack.
With his hand like that, take advantage of that hand, Booger. Yeah. Take advantage of that hand. Because he can't grab you. He can't grab you.
I know where he is, man. Cut underneath. I just can't hold this guy with my hand.
That's what do it the right way. You can do it. If I didn't think you could, hey, listen, I've had this guy with a broken hand, this guy, come on.
Being able to totally keep a defensive lineman at bay with a club on your hand is pretty difficult.
What we got to do is block. That's what we got to do. Tighten down our chin strap and get after their ass. That's what we got to do.
Seattle was experiencing similar frustrations.
Hand off Alexander again. This time hit in the hole, and down he goes. Grady Jackson buries him for a loss of a yard.
And you talk about difference makers. Grady Jackson has certainly made a difference for the Green Bay Packers.
Good job, D-line. Good job. That'll work. Good job, great. All right.
I get to the hole, and I'm feeling him up on me, so then I try to slide out to the next hole, and then all of a sudden I'm running for my life, and they're all screaming at me.
All we need to do is play football. When I ask a question, I don't want somebody out here saying, I don't know what the happened. Get an answer. That's all. That's all, right? You with me on that?
Early in the second quarter, Seattle's pass rush jumped off to a head start, in flushing Brett Favre from the pocket.
Offsides against Seattle. Favre, a free down, rolling right, throws the right side, lofts it. He's got William Henderson, spinning grab. Behind linebacker coverage across the 25 or the 21-yard line. 30-yard gain.
Most fullbacks can't do that. William Henderson was a great athlete and excellent hands, and Brett had the utmost confidence in him.
Nice work, nice work.
On third down and 2, Favre bootlegs left, lofts the left side for Franks, knocked down by Simmons, the linebacker. He had Bubba Franks with good position, but it was Anthony Simmons, the athletic linebacker, who stepped in front and knocked down the pass about 3 yards in front of Bubba Franks.
Kick that.
31-yard field goal attempt coming up now for Ryan Longwell. The stamp the placement made, the kick to the uprights, and we are tied.
Hey, good job, man. Away, Flanny. Hey, we got to be able to run the football. We got to be able to get that going.
Seattle's offensive intentions remained much loftier.
Hasselbeck looking for Ingram. He was waiting for it. He's got it. And a first down inside the Green Bay 30.
Hasselbeck pulls back from center. Everybody out for a pass. The pass is dropped in complete. Oh, is it a fumble? Yes, it is. He fumbled the football. It's scooped up by the Packers. And ahead of the field, down the right side to the end zone. It's Nick Barnett. Touchdown, Green Bay. 87 yards. Oh, boy. I think they're going to review that. And you know what? His arm was coming forward.
Yes, it was.
And I don't think there's any question this is going to be an incomplete pass.
Granted a reprieve, Seattle still could not score a touchdown.
He's got to hurry. They get the snap off. Haas throwing on the slant. Robinson dropping it at the 5-yard line.
Corn Robinson has been great today. That ball is right in his hands on the slant. 6 points. Seahawks can't hang on. Drops in a football game are made more important by when they happen. And you've got 6 points there if you make that catch. And Corn Robinson just simply can't hang on to a great pass.
It could have easily been 14-0. You know, we were close. We came away with points. You know, we came away with 3 points. But against an explosive offense like that and a great runner and Amon Green, you know, you don't hope to do that.
Josh Brown made from 30 earlier. This from 35. This end-over-end kick is good.
As Seattle retook the lead, but not for long. When we return,
Favre takes back to throw, pumps short, now throws it over the middle to the end zone. Touchdown! Bubba Franks! And the Packers take the lead.
Find a way, baby. Let's go. Come on.
Be alert up the boundary. Wide right. 2-jet.
midway through the second quarter, Brett Favre had attempted just one deep pass.
They're coming so fast to put in the run that we're going to get a guy on the deep post.
Sure enough, Favre's next play fake froze Seattle's 2 safeties.
And Favre fakes the handoff. Deep drop, has time, throws it deep over the middle. Walker out there, a leaping grab. First down to the 35-yard line of Seattle.
What a great catch. Great throw. That's tough with the wind, too.
And for Brett Favre, this is easy. They've got everybody up there worried on first down about stopping him. Now you've got no safety help down the field for Sean Springs, who, to be honest with you, at this point in his career probably needs a little.
I'll tell you what, though, our quarterback is in his zone right now. I'll tell you, he's playing well. He's made some plays now.
Second down and 10 for the Packers. Setting up a screen. Amon Green. Still on his feet as a first down. Brought down at the 23. This is the best screen team in the league because their offensive linemen do not miss blocks downfield. And Mike Wall's not going to miss the block either. I mean, he comes out, and he's the lead protector for Amon Green right there. And you have the missed tackles, which was a big part of the downfall for this defense in their first matchup. Favre takes back to throw, pumps short, now throws it over the middle to the end zone. Touchdown! Bubba Franks! And the Packers take the lead. 23-yard pass play. They beat Damian Robinson.
Robinson to the end zone.
And Bubba Franks is such a big target, literally down here in the red zone. They run him just right down the field. You're going to see him. You got the overplay here, which opens it up there for Bubba Franks. And there's a lot of margin for error if you're a quarterback. You get it up high, you give him an opportunity to make the play, and he normally is able to come down with the ball.
And that's something when you talk about the greatness of Brett Favre that folks probably won't appreciate till he's gone, is that very rarely do you see a guy open, he doesn't hit him.
That touchdown pass by Brett establishes a new NFL playoff record of 14 straight postseason games with a touchdown pass. That record set by Dan Marino.
I always felt like when he was hurt, he almost played better, just because it was a challenge for him. It's one thing to play hurt. It's another thing to play well hurt, and he played well when he was hurting.
Hell of a throw.
Amidst the growing din, Matt Hasselbeck needed to regroup his struggling squad.
Those fans are loud anyway, but they smell blood in the water a little bit.
To the left and right side, Matt Hasselbeck.
They're just trying to get out, maybe get a first down or two.
Has it knocked away from behind. It's up for grabs and recovered by the Seahawks.
You go back to that missed opportunity with Corrin Robinson. Brett Favre and the Packers go right back down the other way, get the first touchdown of the day. That effort defensively by Green Bay, and this whole feel of the game has changed within the last 5 minutes.
Hey, it's the way to play. It's the way to play. Great job.
The Green Bay Packers weren't finished.
Offset eye in the backfield behind Favre. Pulls back from center. Pump fakes under a blitz. Pop flies left side. Driver coming back. Leaping route inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Marcus Trufant was right there. He sees the ball in the air the entire time. He never gets back to try to make a play on it. All season long, they have not played the deep ball well at all.
Seattle's defense would get one last chance before halftime.
Brett, a deep drop, looks the end zone, looking around, lots of time, floats the left side for Bubba in the end zone, it's tipped away, incomplete.
Yeah, they block up with 8 guys, and that's why he had the time to throw the ball. Problem with that is they only put 2 guys into the route, just nowhere to throw the football. Even having said that, they had a chance.
Of all the throws that I think Brett had in the game, that's probably the only one he missed all day. So we'll cut him some slack on that one. But that could have been a potential touchdown because Bubba can go up and get balls now, and he was a big target for Brett.
This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt. Here's the snap, the placement of the kick to the uprights, and again, it is good.
And it looks more and more like we're going to end this half at 13-6.
There's no question the difference in this first half has been the inability of these Seattle receivers to make plays.
Mike Holmgren's halftime adjustments would go a long way in determining how the second half of this NFC wildcard game would play out. Coming up next.
Play like we've been playing, man. Everybody ain't relaxed, man. Everybody out there comfort zone, man. Them boys in the rhythm, man. They doing what they want to do, man. Ain't ready to go home.
Longwell kicking from right to left, and the wind blows the ball off the tee as he approaches.
Seattle began the second half, clustered around their sideline heaters.
Hey! What the heater? Hey! Come on! Hey! Come on, man, what y'all doing? Oh, man, you... Come on, man!
Matt Hasselbeck started the new half red hot.
Motion to the right side, Jeremy Stevens in the lineup. The pass to Jackson the other way. Alone left side, 40. Gets a block, puts a move on a man. Cuts back to the sideline to the center of the field. Knocked down across the 50-yard line. A 25-yard catch and run. And, of course, if you add what he did east to west, that play went for about 50.
Just this guy is just so elusive. You got to get the ball in his hand.
In point of fact, Matt Hasselbeck confessed that Darrell Jackson was his preferred go-to target.
All things being equal in a pass route, Darrell Jackson is the guy that he trusts the most.
Hasselbeck play fake, throwing right side, leaping catch made by Mealy, slips one tackle. Mealy for 15 yards on the play.
Does this look like the exact same start to the second half that they used to start the game? Come out with a couple of passes. Wouldn't be surprised if Mike Holmgren said, you know what, let's just go back to the script, guys. It worked so well in the first half. Let's come right back to it.
Mike always wanted us to pick up the pace. Like he would always say, tempo, tempo, tempo. And that team, where we were best, is when we had quick tempo. We came out slinging it. And our opening drive of the second half, we did that same thing.
Inside the 10-yard line, Tula Mealy is on fire.
It's the way they ran their first series when they had the ball earlier in this football game, just marching right down the field. They know they can connect on passes. Now it's a matter of just executing.
But Seattle's next big play of the drive most certainly was not in Mike Holmgren's game plan.
Gonna get a turnover here, boys. Gonna get a turnover.
Hasselbeck with a cluster of three receivers to the right side. Steps back, has a little time. Now throws to the end zone. Bounces. It's caught on the deflection near the goal line. Steve Hutchinson.
What a great heads-up play by number 76, Steve Hutchinson. He bounced across the line, but I don't think they're going to give him a touch. I think they're going to say it's down on about the 1 foot line.
And the Seahawks will go for it on 4th down and less than 1.
How many linemen instinctively go after football that's flowing around down inside the red zone on the 3-yard line? Well, he grabs that thing and plods his way down to the 6-inch line, which gives them a chance to bang it in on the next play.
Goal line, goal line, goal line.
Steve Hutchinson got it close, and now he would lead his team to a touchdown.
Moment of truth early in this second half.
On the 1-yard line, automatic G lead.
We ran 17 G lead the very next play, which is a great running play. Sean Alexander has a ton of touchdowns on it. From the 1, Steve Hutchinson pulling. He's really the hero of the play to anybody who really understands the play.
Hand off Alexander, sprinting to the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks!
Come on! God, dang it!
Sherman knew the Seahawks would call G lead, which meant that Hall of Fame tackle Walter Jones would seal the left edge, and 3 of his teammates would lead Sean Alexander through the hole. But knowing what's coming and stopping it are totally different matters.
What a great deal it is to run behind Max Strong and Walter Jones and that great Steve Hutchinson, who may turn into a receiver before it's all over.
That was a little too easy.
I don't know what Joubert thought he was doing there. He got walked back into the end zone by that tight end.
Tight end Itula Mealy's block was one of 4 perfectly executed blocks on the play. Steve Hutchinson's block, the near side guard, is what puts the G in 17 G lead.
It's a hell of a job. Way to go. Nice going, Robbie. Hell of a job. Hell of a job. Let's go, baby.
Man, that's strong, Walter Jones. That's strong. Let's go. For the work. Let's go. We have to play our kind of game now. We have to play our kind of game. Let's go. Let's go.
You need to let him know when it's a pass. By a hand signal or something. You look over because he can get a pre-snap read. He's got to go.
Just look over at me. I'll give you something.
Just give one of these.
Just call 5 or something.
Just say fire, fire.
Fire, fire.
Fire, fire. When you hear fire, he gonna make an up and inside move. You gotta have his back for the contain, like an exit.
Cover me now.
All right, cover it. We gotta get to this damn quarterback.
The other quarterback opened the second half with a handoff.
Well, I'll tell you something. D.D. Lewis really just deposited William Henderson and then made the tackle on Amon Green.
Well, we're struggling with the run game. Any reason? Why? Huh? Yeah.
Surprisingly, Brett Favre's play fakes were still creating separation downfield.
The play action is destroying Seattle. He comes right back to start the second half the exact same way.
Steps up. Now lofts it over the left side. He's got Green out there, and it's broken up incomplete.
Favre was clobbered as he released the football.
What a play, getting back to break it up. Damian Robinson.
And you just wonder if that one might have a little bit of a lasting impact on Brett.
Seattle retook possession.
2nd down and 10. Hasselbeck 3-step drop, throwing the right side, caught by Ingram. Hasselbeck right down the middle, juggling. Ingram catches the ball, spins away from Marcus Anderson.
Seahawks playing quickly now.
Came around on a bootleg and I slipped. And it's like kind of a really bad feeling. Like you're down on the ground and you don't know what's going on.
Hasselbeck play fake, falls down, throws, passes caught by Robinson, gets away from one defender, gets away from another. The race is on to the 30, down the right sideline. Corin Robinson knocked out of bounds by Darren Sharper.
You know, we got up, it was kind of a broken play, but I got it to Corin Robinson. And once you get the ball in his hands, if he's able to stay up, he's explosive with the football, and it was a big play for us, gave us some momentum.
Hasselbeck, quick toss right side, and he's got his man like stealing candy from a baby.
You just about can't stop that thing. You cannot get a defender over fast enough.
What do you call?
The Packers seemed in disarray.
Hasselbeck barking out the signals, hands off Alexander, looking for room, steps to the right side, at the goal line, touchdown Seahawks! Got it in there! How about a cheer for the Hawks in the lead now?
Good job, man! Hey, Sean, that's the way to stay with it. Like we've been playing, man. Everybody ain't relaxed, man. Everybody out there comfort zone, man. Them boys in the rhythm, man. They doing what the they want to do, man. I ain't ready to go home.
When we come back,
they're going to go for it. The offense stays on the field.
It is 4th down, and they're going for it. 4th and a long one. Football spotted at the 3-yard line.
I don't think we were really surprised by how well they played. We knew they were a good football team, but we knew we were too.
very few quarterbacks in NFL history were more dangerous in come-from-behind situations than Brett Favre.
Let him win the game for him.
His head coach had a plan.
We're still going to run the ball, we're only down by a touchdown.
Though the run game wasn't working, play-action passes were, and Brett Favre was consistently finding the open receiver.
Something the Packers have done successfully today, a little more than normal, is use standard play action so many times where there's a fake in one direction and a roll in another. This has been standard play action, fake a running play and drop straight back by Brett Favre.
Favre back to throw, looking left, pops it over the middle. Driver in traffic with a great fingertip catch.
Nice catch.
That ball is in a tightly congested area and the Packer receiver just wins the battle for it.
At the top of the fourth quarter, Mike Sherman's faith in his ground game yielded psychological dividends.
Double tight ends on the line, and here's the handoff. Davenport up the middle, spins loose inside the 15. First down and a whole lot more. Drives the pile down to the 11-yard line. Attitude run right at the heart of the Seahawk defense. 9-yard gain to a first down.
Critical down for us. Good blocking, but he ended up carrying a few guys with him. And that maybe reestablished our offensive line into saying, hey, we can do this, we can block these guys, and we're going to win this football game. I really thought that was a key play in the game.
Trickery took the Packers inside the Seahawk 5-yard line.
Third down and 1 at the 3-yard line. Favre under center, and off on Green, tries the right side. Hit, stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You get it?
D.D. Lewis knocked him back a yard. 4th down.
You do not see Amon Green get rocked back by a tackle very often.
Green was 8 for 8 on 3rd and 1 this year. That's his first miss.
Mike Sherman has a big decision to make here.
Gonna kick it or not? You gonna play?
We had to go for it. It was really a no-brainer where we had to go for it. And fortunately, we end up on the right side of history there.
Looks like they're going to go for it. The offense stays on the field.
It is 4th down, and they're going for it. 4th and a long one. Football spotted at the 3-yard line. Green and Lucci, the backfield tandem, double tight ends, right side. Give Green, left side. He's hit, breaks the tackle, reaches goal line, and he's brought down just short. They would not give him the touchdown. Just short as Amon Green, but he's got a first and goal. And a great second effort to break a tackle.
Randall Godfrey had him in the backfield and lost him.
And you will not see that very often. Randall Godfrey, he diagnoses it, shoots the gap, hits Amon Green in the backfield, and they just can't bring him down until he picks up the first.
I really think Amon Green just out-desired him. Just out-desired him.
Good coaching on that call. It was stopped in the backfield, no question. They read it perfectly. They made the plays. And by the will of Amon Green, we were able to overcome it.
We're gonna win this game, man. Let's go. Come on.
First down and goal to go now. Melfar takes, give Green slanting right, turn to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! We are tied, and we have 10 minutes and 1 second left to go in this playoff game.
All right, man. All right. Good work. Good work.
We got to get the ball back. Now let's go.
So let it get in the rhythm here now. He's a rhythm guy all the way.
It's a compliment to me because, you know, how we're coached in that offense is to play on rhythm.
Several things can take a quarterback out of his rhythm. The Seahawks exhibited 3 of them on their next possession.
Play fake, Hasselbeck rolling to the right side, throwing again from Mealy in the right flap. This time he can't hang on.
We need that one right there. We need that one.
Packers showing blitz on 3rd down. Here it comes. Pass. Steps up. Throws the right side for Alex Bannister. Knocked down by McKenzie at the 40-yard line. Incomplete. The Seahawks go 3 and out.
Nice job, buddy. Nice job.
The play was there, and Mike had to do an unbelievable recovery and get unbelievable height to tip that ball. And if they had completed that pass, anything could have happened from there.
Should have been 2 big plays. The Seahawks cannot pull the ball down. Look at this.
With excellent field position, Brett Favre went into attack mode. But on 3rd down and short, Seattle's defense rose up.
It depends on the spot, but it looked like Davenport got enough for the first down.
He did not.
This is a guts call. Made one already today that was successful, that 4th and 1.
I think we get it. Okay, go. Go. Offense!
Oh, hey, Brett.
Well, here we go. Football is just outside the 41-yard line of Seattle.
Okay, fellas.
4th and inches. Walker wide to the left side. 2 tight ends right side of the line. Franks and Berry. High formation backfield. Amon Green, the tail of the tandem. And the handoff to Green. Drives the middle, and he's stung back. Second effort. It looks like he's got it on the second effort. First down. Football just outside the 40-yard line.
Mike Holmgren didn't exactly agree with the call. Not only did he question the spot, but he also thought Amon Green might have fumbled.
They'll spot it at the 40, but there's a scramble. No.
Forward motion, the whistle blew. Tell Coach Holmgren he's wrong on that one.
Green Bay in no hurry on this drive.
Clock continues to grind. 5.5 minutes remaining in regulation.
Pound them, they bend, and then they start to break. Right now, the Green Bay Packer offensive line is controlling the line of scrimmage.
That may be as big a hole to run through as the Green Bay running backs have had all day.
No question about it. 10th play of this painstaking drive coming up.
This crowd at Lambeau Field is buzzing with anticipation. The Packers on the verge of breaking a 20-20 tie.
High formation backfield for the lead. Give Green right side of the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Amon Green!
That drive was a statement.
The last 2 Green Bay drives, 12 plays, 60 yards. 12 plays, 51 yards. Time of possession of those 2 drives combined over 13 minutes of this second half.
Green Bay now seemed to have the football game in hand. The Seattle Seahawks needed a touchdown in under 3 minutes, or the celebration would be on in legendary Lambeau Field. Still to come.
Empty backfield. Hasselbeck has time. Throwing down the center. Ingram leaping. Catch made. Inside the 10-yard line. Skying over a Packers defender. 1st and goal, Seahawks.
Trailing by a touchdown with 2:44 to play, Seattle quarterback Matt Hasselbeck again took center stage.
He's going to try to get a completion early on the first play. I don't think he's going to run it.
His quick, short passes moved the chains and sucked in Green Bay's secondary.
Seahawks with 3 receivers. Green Bay showing blitz. Here it comes. Hasselbeck to Jackson at the 50. Working on Anderson, then stood up and dropped.
But time was running short.
Come on now. Daggett gave that slant to him.
The Seahawks need 7 here if they're to keep their season alive. Empty backfield. Hasselbeck has time. Throwing down the center, Ingram leaping, catch made inside the 10-yard line. Bobby Ingram, let's go, skying over a Packers defender. First and goal, Seahawks.
One of the things Mike Holmgren likes to do whenever he crosses a 50-yard line, he likes to take a shot down the field and try to score. Unbelievable throw on that play by Matt Hasselbeck, and it was great coverage as well. A heck of a catch by Bobby Ingram.
The Seahawks now stood within striking distance. The Packers could not afford a mistake.
Jackson to the right side, Robinson to the left, two tight ends, Hasselbeck. Back to pass, down the middle, and there's a tangle in the end zone, pass interference! Against the linebacker, Barnett got tangled up with the tight end, Mealy, and for the Seahawks, it will be first and goal from the 1-yard line.
We ain't done yet! We are not done yet!
But there is still plenty of time on the clock, and the last thing you'd want to do is score and give the ball back to Brett Favre with a lot of time on the clock left still.
Hasselbeck takes the snap, hands off Alexander, powering forward, touchdown Seahawks! Alexander into the house for the third time. That's a Seahawks postseason record.
Good job, man!
For me, like as soon as we scored, I'm thinking, oh boy, Brett's getting the ball back.
Okay, boys, here we go. That's what it's all about.
Brett Favre had 45 seconds to drive the Packers into field goal range.
Snap to Brett Favre, scans the secondary, dumps it off right side of Green, turns upfield, he's to the 30, and right down near the 35-yard line.
Where are we gonna go?
I'd say the 25.
25. 30 gives us a shot.
Second down now, and Favre straight back to throw. He throws the right sidelines, and he's got his man on the near side.
What do you think?
We need to get inside the 30. If there's no time left, we'll try the 35.
Javon Walker, Donald Driver to the left side, Robert Ferguson to the right. Favre has time, throws it over the middle, and he's got his man cutting right, breaking a tackle. Javon Walker down to the 30-yard line of Seattle. Javon Walker, 27-yard pass play.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch right in the heart, in the seam of the Seahawks zone.
That hurts. Remember, there's been few better than Brett Favre at bringing a team back for a fourth-quarter win.
Again, they need to pick up some more yardage here.
Come on! Oh, he's gonna clock it.
Good decision by Brett Favre not to burn the last time out. The one thing you didn't want to have happen is for the Green Bay Packers to pick up a big chunk of yards on that play, and yet that's what Seattle gave up.
The only way you can run that route down the field, that far down the field, 20, 25 yards, is if you have an unbelievable offensive line. They held that protection for at least 4.5, 5 seconds. Credit those guys for getting it done.
If I had to do it over again, I think I probably would have done something differently because we were too far away.
We gotta get 5 more yards for first down.
This would be a stretch for us. Just a little bit more would be nice. Even 3 or 4 yards.
The ball was heavier than heck. It was 5 degrees out, swirling wind. Probably should have done something to get another 5 to 10 yards.
They hand it to Amon Green, and now they'll have to spend their final timeout.
Time up! Is the ball okay on that hatch?
Yeah, that's his best half.
And Ryan Longwell comes on. 47-yard field goal attempt to
It's
win
a
it.
healthy kick in these conditions.
The clock down to 5 seconds.
And this, for the Seahawks, is the season.
This for the win and an advance to the divisional playoff.
The snap, the placement, the kick, end over, and...
No.
And it is going to be short. The Seahawks dodge the bullet at the end of regulation.
All right, we'll get another one.
An additional 5 yards just might have made a difference for Ryan Longwell. Now, the 2003 NFC wildcard game was headed for sudden death overtime.
You're the visiting team. Who's going to call the coin?
Coming up,
What do you call?
I'd like to call heads.
Heads is called. Heads! Seattle has won the toss.
We want the ball, we're going to score.
I want the ball. I want the ball. Get it. If we have to kick it, we'll kick it the same way, John, okay? We will kick it that way. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, who's calling the toss this time?
Alex called it first time.
You call it, Alex, because the other two are...
Now, he called it last time.
All right, don't be
defense set the tone. I'll call it.
You call it.
I'll call it.
Oh, who's going to call?
I got it.
Matt's going to
Call.
I got it.
Let's go, Matt.
You're the visiting team. Who's going to call the coin?
That would be Matt Hasselbeck.
What do you call?
I'd like to call heads.
Heads is called. Heads! Seattle has won the toss.
We won the ball, and we're going to score.
I don't know that his mic's gonna pick up to ever. I wanted Longwell and Amon to go like tell their teammates, but like nothing more than that. Then I get over to the sideline and Holmgren's got this look like through his glasses, kind of like, "What did you just do?" You know, I was kind of sort of like, "I think you're really mad at me, but I'm not sure. You might be happy." Like I was fired up. I was kind of like, you know what? So what? Let's go. You know, like Mike, dial it up. Let's go win this thing.
From the moment Matt Hasselbeck handed off on Seattle's first overtime possession, Seattle's play calling was under review.
A little surprise there. Every time that we've seen the Seattle Seahawks take off and have a good drive, one at the beginning of the game, to start the second half, they came out and were very aggressive, came out throwing the football.
Stopping on his pattern. Hasselbeck throwing as if he thought he'd continue.
Hasselbeck under center, long count, takes the snap, short drop, quick throw, right side, got Bannister, fumble the football. Packers say they've got it. Should be Green Bay football. The Packers recover, Hawthorne comes up with it. Bannister's got the ball. He's trying to stretch it out to pick up the first down. I think he's down.
I do too. We're going to get a review on that one.
His elbow was on the ground prior to the ball coming out.
Nevertheless, Seattle went 3 and out.
Let's go get him now, come on. Let's go get him. Green 18, 36.
Green Bay's first overtime possession was equally non-productive.
How about Ray Rhodes dialing up a blitz on first down? I didn't think he was going to have the nerve to try it.
Take a look at what he would have gotten in behind. They had a body for a body right there. He could have gone a long way. On second down. Favre looks back to this side of the field, just throws it up. And nearly completes it to Amon Green. For at least the 4th time today, Brett Favre just threw it up and hoped that his player would make a play on it. Green got his hands on it, could not complete the catch.
Every once in a while, it's good to have a Harvard guy around. Isaiah Kazavinsky that time stayed backside, stayed on his assignment, and didn't give it up. So easy to call back in the other way. What a great play by him.
Harvard or not, Amon Green dropped a heck of a pass right there.
The Packers were forced to punt, and the cold, heavy football wouldn't fly, giving the Seahawks great field position.
That was about 20 yards of punt and 16 of roll.
Y'all know what we got to do, man. Keep on playing hard. Get your pick, Al. Go, baby.
Seattle's second overtime possession began with yet another mistake.
If Seattle does not go on to win this ball game, they're going to be on this plane headed west, and they're going to be thinking about the opportunities that they missed out on just by the simple fact of not catching the football.
On second down, Hasselbeck hit Corin Robinson for 6 yards. Then on third, looked back left and found Darrell Jackson for a first down.
What we're seeing is a young man develop right in front of our eyes in this ball game today. You see him playing with more and more confidence, and he's making the plays now.
On the next play, Green Bay's Aaron Campman set the edge on Sean Alexander, forcing the play back inside for a short gain. On second down, Matt Hasselbeck simply misfired.
Boy, he had a chance. He had a chance for Darrell Jackson. He tries pumping him to the left, open up the space down the middle, and just overshoots him. One of the few bad throws, really, that Matt Hasselbeck has made here today.
There would be one more on third down and 9.
What a great game, huh?
This is
these two teams going at it with everything they have.
Hasselbeck maybe changing the played the line, looks left and right. Takes the snap, short drop, quick throw, left side, intercepted, going down the right side, right in the end zone. It is Al Harris, dagger, dreadlocks in his wake. Al Harris, 56 yards to a game-winning touchdown, Green Bay Packers. 33-27 in overtime, and another legendary Lambeau finish.
Well, that was an opportune time for the first turnover.
What an awful way for the Seahawks season to come to an end. Just tragic. There are Green Bay Packers right now who are telling Matt Hasselbeck, son, you played one hell of a football game. Keep your head up.
Matt Hasselbeck recognized the blitz. He tried checking to a route that he could get out. Al Harris knew it had to come out quick. He sat on the route, jumps the route, returns it for a touchdown, and wins the game.
Sadly, I'm most upset about, I think it was just my pride that I didn't catch him. You know, and I know he was like, oh, no quarterback's ever going to catch me, but I think I was just too slow, too cold, disappointing, very, very disappointing.
We're bringing 7, and so we're bringing everybody. They were in spread formation, if I'm not mistaken, and we felt like the Heat would get there faster and make him throw a quick pass. Now, if it was a double move, it would have been a touchdown. Now, I don't know if he could have got it off, but if they did a hitch and go instead of a hitch, or he ran a slant and go, we would have been dead at the line of scrimmage. But fortunately for us, the ball had to come out quick, and the only negative about the play is he's running down the field with his hand up in the air, and just get in the end zone. Let's get this thing over with. I'm cold. Al was not going to be touched on that play. Al saw the Lambeau leap all the way into the end zone, and so he was going to make sure he got there.
Things didn't go well for us at different times, and as we said before, it's not the bad things that happen in life. It's how you handle those things that define you. Big 31 stepped up, made a big play. Here we go.